Well, some of you asked what a typical farm morning looks like. This is kind of a typical farm morning. We come in and check everything out, make sure that there's no clogs, make sure all these are running, and check for anything where it might be a drip or a leak underneath. You see, I've got a little leak problem right here. Got to fix that. These little things get kind of bumped around sometimes, and the returns back there get kind of bumped out of them. We charge the tanks. These are the brine tanks, and we charge these, make sure that those are full so that we can make sure the mixture is right inside the reservoir, and make sure the water walls are on if they should be, and sometimes those pumps go bad. We'll make sure that's right so that everything stays nice and comfortable in here for these plants. Forgot to answer this question. I had a question about these black trays in here. Most of this is from the microgreens that we grow in the actual house. We have a room in there. We used to do it out in one of these buildings, but we ended up having too many problems with trying to get the humidity levels right for the micros and the humidity right for the baby plants, so we separated them. But these are cleaned out here. We scrub them in that black thing, rinse them over here, and this is also where we rinse out our blue tubes. These little guys, they fit perfectly in that hole. We run a metal tube down the middle of it to clean out any kind of debris, and we rinse it out by turning the water on through this hose. All right, today is not a typical day, but because we are pulling for our casino order, so this will be, a lot of this is coming out of here today. This is the largest greenhouse we have. It's a 30 by 120, and a lot of this big stuff you see here is going to be filling that order. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in here. Just want to make sure that I'm checking to make sure our meters are right, the tanks are full, and there's no leaks. And we look pretty good all the way down through there, except for some debris we got to get out of there. This one's going well. Water wall looks wet. Checking on the propagation room, it looks like I have a leak. I can see a problem, so I need to take care of that. And where is that coming from? It appears to be coming from right here. Anyway, got to figure that out, get that fixed, because I don't want this floor to rot. Everything in here looks good. This stuff here is about ready to go out. The meters are all 1.1. This one needs a little. I'm putting some of the brine in there. That should start adjusting that. Yep, it's going up. We'll check on that a little later. I've got two of my girls in here that are working, Ella and my niece Nicole. They're in there actually pulling the order. You see, we stack the totes outside. They take them in, put a little bit of water in them, fill them up with lettuce, and then once they're done with that, they'll have a lot of empty troughs. They'll bring them out here, and this is where we'll have them clean. This is our trough cleaning area. This is where we do it everywhere but the winter. In the winter, we take them in there where it's nice and warm, and we clean them up. Haven't showed you the strawberry house for a while, and it has been a mess, but it was a mess because I messed up. Anyway, I got it. Looks like, believe it or not, these things are recovering. They're starting to look really good, and we're getting a lot of strawberries back on them again. I thought they were done. I had to work with our brine mixture, which is down there, and my injectors, but I've got these. They're recovering. They're coming back, so we should have strawberries again here shortly. Okay, this is number 2. This is where we grow a lot of our greens right now. We're growing the greens and some of our tarragon and all that stuff is grown in here, but I cannot go in there. There we have a huge wasp nest that's set up. Them jokers were getting in underneath this fan, and I'm cutting out a hole over here right where this gas line goes in. We're gonna relocate that gas line for our heater, and I'm getting a fan. Actually, that guy right there, which is a bad mama jama, she's going in here to help draw air, because this one fan is just not enough to circulate the air through that water wall back there. But anyway, when I started cutting the hole on the other side of this wall, those wasps came out. There was hundreds of them, and I sprayed it and ran, and we're hoping that those all die down. But you can see there's beautiful lettuce and greens in there, but we're gonna leave this guy alone until next time. This is our tote cleaning station during the summer, spring, fall, and the winter. It'll be in here. And so we just bring the dirty totes out, and we put them on this platform here, and we pressure wash them. And then we wipe them down with some 10% bleach water, and we pressure wash them again and stack them like that. So all these are gonna be cleaned before they go in to the greenhouses for the casino order. And that's how we also do it for our farmers markets too. Oh, I wanted to mention too, I have a couple of other employees, but one I'd like to give a shout out to is Banks Avery. That's my little grandson. He started working for me. He works on Fridays, a couple hours a week, and he does all kinds of things for me. And maybe I'll throw a video of him working in there if I can find it. I videoed him last week while he was working. But anyway, and everybody knows that my wife, Darlene, she runs all the market stuff. She does all the accounting stuff. She plants the seeds. She comes out here and helps load and unload and plants out babies in these greenhouses. But she's not out here today because she is busy inside. So anyway, wanted to make sure everybody knew about those as well. You're pretty fast. Yeah, there's all kinds of them all the way around here too. I'm gonna move the tractor too. Okay, this is greenhouse number 3. We have 2 fans here that are drawing from the water wall. We're good here, but this end wall is gonna be completely redone. That's where the old fan was that I took out to put over there. But we're going to firm this up. Got to throw another layer of plastic over it so that it's ready for winter. I also have a new heater to go in here, and that's going to come out up here. So they're in here working. This is Ella and Nicole. They're pulling the order for the casino, everything that's out in here. You see how they stack them up, and each one of these has some water in it. Not much, but enough water that keeps everything nice and fresh for the casino chefs. Thank you, ladies. You see our babies in here. This will all be pretty much emptied out, and we'll have all babies in here by next week. Everything that you saw in the propagation house. And that kind of concludes where we are. That's kind of what we do for a typical morning and then some, except for the chickens. And I have to go out there and feed and water those ladies. Well, they're supposed to be all ladies, but there are, in fact, 4 gentlemen in those buildings. That wasn't supposed to happen. God bless. Go plant some dirt, some nutrient solution, fish, water, whatever you have to grow something, and we'll see you next time. Take care.